morning. Today is Friday, April the 25th, 4:18 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to go over a trade that I put on a few days ago in GLD gold. If we take a look at the gold market, we'll see that this week it's had some pretty big price movement. A couple days ago, I think it was down, had $100 move to the downside. But anyway, let's take a look at this. It's likely a half-hour candlestick chart, and we can see that. Let's see. So on Monday, gold got as high as, and this is the June futures contract, by the way. Gold got as high as 3509.9. So over 3,500. That's pretty huge. All-time highs in gold. And subsequently, it had a move of, looks like 225, 235, about $235 to the downside, and it hit that low on 2 days ago. So that was Wednesday. So from Monday to Wednesday, they had a big move to the downside, roughly $235. Rallied a bit after Wednesday. So yesterday it rallied some, and then today, let's see, this is 3 p.m. yesterday, so this is considered today. So today, gold has had roughly a $70 move from high to low, and we're trading near the lows. So 2 days ago, so that would be on Wednesday the 23rd, so 12 a.m. I put on a trade in GLD, and what I did was I bought a 15, was it, or 15 wide butterfly? Let me see. I bought a 15 wide butterfly in gold, GLD. So let's go to this. Okay. So for the May 16th expiration, I paid $320 for a 15 wide butterfly. What I did was I bought a 310. I sold two at 295, and I bought one at 280. These are all puts. That was done a few minutes before the close on Tuesday, not Wednesday, Tuesday. Pardon me. And let's take a look at this, quick peek at this gold chart, GLD, so we can see where it was trading on Tuesday, the 22nd. Let's go to 12:30. Okay. So it was trading at roughly 311, and I started to construct this butterfly at the 310 strike, and we got about 20 days till that expires. 21 days. All right. So initially the trade looked like this. Let me get rid of that. And this is the initial butterfly, 15 wide, cost me $320, and the apex of this butterfly is at the 295 strike. Note that the difference in width between 310 and 295 is 15, and this is an equidistant fly, so the distance in width between the apex here, 295, and the strike that's farthest out of the money, 280, is also 15. It's equidistant. Now, this is a 15 wide butterfly, but there are a number of butterflies inside this, and people are still quite confused about how many flies are in here. 5 wide. So how many butterflies, how many 5 wide butterflies are in this 15 wide butterfly? If your answer is 3, Incorrect. Wrong. They're more than 3. But let me get back to that in a second, how many flies are in the 15 wide. Anyway, after gold moved down a couple days ago, had a big move to the downside of $235, I decided to sell off a couple of pieces to harvest some profits and hedge off some risk. And remember that I paid $320 for this. So what I did was I sold a condor inside this butterfly, and you can see here that I sold a 305, bought a 300, and I bought a 290 and sold a 285. So I sold a condor for $170, and that took reduces my basis, my cost basis on this trade down to 150. 320 subtract 170, it's 150. So after I did that, I'm left with $150 of risk rather than the 320 that I originally had, and the trade looks like this. Now, getting back to how many butterflies, 5 wide butterflies, are in a 15 wide butterfly, we can look at it in the following manner. Let me do this. I'm going to make these cells bigger. I'm going to expand this. All right, so let's start with the one that's farthest out of the money: 280, 285, 290, 295, 300, two more, 305, and the 310. And initially, I bought one there, I sold 2 there, and I bought 1 there. So this is the initial construction of the butterfly. Buy 1, sell 2, buy 1, with the center strike, the equidistant center strike being a 295. Now, how many 5 wide butterflies are in here? People are going to say, people are typically going to say 3. And remember, I mentioned that is incorrect. So let's take a look at what's inside of this. So here we have 1, -2, 1. That's 1 5 wide butterfly in here. All right. And then we're going to add in the rest. Okay. So now we have 1, 2, and 3, but we're not done. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still not done. Okay, so let's take a closer look at what's going on here. So inside a 15 wide equidistant butterfly, we have 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. There's number 5. There's number 6. There's number 7. There's number 8. There's number 9. So inside this 5 wide or 15 wide butterfly, we have 9 5 wide butterflies. And if we check to see if this adds up, it's very simple. So I'm going to add up. I'm going to show you that everything inside here is going to equal this. That's very easy to do. We're just going to do I'm going to use the sum function. We're going to add up everything in that column, and we're going to copy this over, Now note that when we construct 9 of these 5 wide butterflies inside this 15 wide equidistant butterfly, they are the same thing, because we end up with a total of 1, -2, and 1. So rather than 3 butterflies inside of this, we actually have 9. Most people are not aware of that, and the reason I bring it up is because when I do have something like this going on, the initial trade was, remember, over here, here's the 15 wide butterfly I started with. I have pieces that I can sell off whenever I want, and after gold has a big move to the downside. This was the high in GLD recently. This was recently being 3 days ago. This was trading at as high as 319.31, and when it goes from 319 all the way down to 300 and change, if you have butterflies down here, if you have some sort of butterfly down here, or a condor, bearish vertical put spreads, there's some profit that you can harvest, and there's some risk that you can eliminate. And I did that by, remember, as I mentioned, I sold a condor inside. I'm selling pieces of the butterfly. So I sold the 305, 300, and bought the 292.85. I sold this condor inside the 15 wide butterfly to harvest some profit and take some risk off the table. But again, this is something that's interesting to think about. I recommend playing around with this so you can understand what's actually going on. And you could do it with, for example, a 10 wide butterfly. How many butterflies are inside? How many 5 wide butterflies are inside butterfly that's constructed 10 wide? So there's, by 10 wide I mean that would have been something like this. What did I do here? Now what happened? Oh. Okay, so how many butterflies are inside this 10 wide? How many 5 wide? How many 5 wides are inside the 10 wide? If you're going to say 2, incorrect. There are more, and you can use something like this, which is very easy to do, to disassemble the main butterfly and check out the components on the inside. Take a look at what's under the hood, and when you understand that, then you have pieces that you can play with at will, and again, harvest profits and reduce your risk. You're not going to eliminate risk, at least not at this point, because I still have 150 here, but at some point possibly I'll be able to this will go higher and higher and higher on both sides, and I might have a guaranteed profit. But when you get something, you also give something up, so I'll be reducing profits somewhere, theoretically, if I move both sides of the red zones into the green zones. All right, that's going to be it for today. I got some other stuff to look at. Gold is currently trading down $39.10, and that's in the June futures. Thank you for tuning in. I will catch you guys later.